Here I is. It says I'm live. Am I live? Y'all hear me? I is hiding. Uh-oh. I is hiding. Now I'm done and ready.
You forgot to cut the sound off.
Well, for some reason on my mobile, the string mark comes up saying I gotta log in. So we put her email in so that we log in because everything's under her stuff. And it still didn't do it.
Hi, Miss Linda.
So I turned the thing on, turned it back on, did it again. And it still did it. Damn, 9 acres.
Hi, Dale.
So she gave me her phone to do this with. Might as well put it on the charger while it's sitting there.
Yeah.
So we got Avid, 9 acres, Dale, Linda, Sampy.
Yep.
All right. Yeah, that's who we got. That's who we got. That's who we got. That's who we got. Dale, you'll be going live here after a while, right?
Find that. Yep, got it right here. Got my notification on. I'll share that link, put it in chat.
Elaine's gonna put it up on there for everybody to see.
Yeah. And Abby goes live at 8, I believe.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm wearing a hat that I didn't win. Somebody else did. And they donated it to me. And so it's appropriate to wear this hat. So I want Josie, how you doing? I want to mention that person a little bit. That's Johnny at Gillum Farms. He's the one that donated this hat. And it was an extremely nice gesture. He told me why he did it. I understand why he did it. But I was watching a video of his. He's out there doing his farming thing, taking care of the cows and all like that. Purdy!
Hi, Tish.
And it has something about it. Now, I commented on there. I said, looks like a lot of cold work to me. And then I told him, I said, I appreciate you adding to the good out there. Because I know it ain't easy. Folks, farming ain't easy. You see a farmer, no matter how big or small a farm they're farming, if they add to the local good, you know, raising and selling beef or pork or chickens or eggs or anything like that. Now, I know I'm probably singing to the choir on this because a lot of y'all know what farming is, even though you don't do the farming. And the same with the fishing fellas and girls out there, you know. Dale, I said you working on big stuff. I know that ain't easy. And that's just a small part of it all. And but you know, Johnny responded with a very exuberant thank you, Piggy. You know, it's not said enough to the backbone of America. Truckers, farmers, uh, hunters, fishermen. They're doing the things to maintain properly what uh, suit does. Keep yapping about and can't seem to figure out. Listen to one of the backbone of America. Truckers, farmers, fishermen, hunters. They know what it takes. It takes a lot of hard work. And it takes a good head on your shoulders, some good common sense. But somebody's got to get out there and do it. And I can tell you firsthand that raising cattle is a hard job because my neighbor for 40 years raised cattle. He got 25 acres over here. Yeah, he's building a little house on it now. But for 40 years on 25 acres, he would have anywhere from 18 to 25 head. And there was all the times the cows getting out, jumping over a fence, finding a spot in the fence to get through, and all that. You'd have to find them and corral them back into the pasture. And they always loved to seem to do it on the worst days. Heavy rain or bitter cold. And folks, that takes commitment to do that for 40 years. It takes that commitment to do it 5, 10 years. That's some hard stuff. And then there's feeding them, putting out the hay for them. Then there's the sweet feed and all like that. My neighbor, every once in a while, they'd want to take off out of town to go take care of something, whatever. And while they were gone, he'd pay me a little bit to go over there every day and put out the sweet feed. Wasn't that much, but it relieved him to be able to go and do what he had to do. But I hear Johnny on his and get up there, shoot. Well, out here with Tommy, my neighbor's cattle, it was always boy, girl, and they'd see him coming and they would know what time it was. They'd head straight to the little barn down there. Well, when he was taking days off to go do something, I was doing it. They see me coming, they start heading straight to the barn down there because they knew that I was the substitute. And you kind of keep your distance from them, but you kind of don't. But you don't get scared of them being all around you, all this big weight on the hoof and everything. Christine, GTO. And go down there and do that. That's just a little bit. I'd see a cow out, I'd alert him and then already be out there working on trying to corral that cow back into the pasture. But I was watching that video of Johnny doing that, and it was just like, I really appreciate him and others that are getting out there doing that sort of thing because they're helping to add to the good. And it's a dang hard job. I've only had a small taste of it. There's only one time I ever seen a bull getting castrated. They did it with one of those little tiny rings, stretched it out, put it over. Boy, that bull was not happy. He knew what was up. And he was a big bull, and considering I was in my younger teens, and me being a small feller to boot, well, that was just a whole lot of animal for me to see just trying to tear up that rig they had him in. That's a lot of power. Neighbor's got a Ford diesel truck, older model. And there you go, Linda. And he wound up one day had to get up under that thing. It's 4-wheel drive. So, you farmers know what I'm talking about. You got a nice heavy truck out there, just in case. River Rat!
Hey, River Rat!
And he had this one bull. He was a little on the mean side. And I wasn't there for it. He told me about it. But he wound up having to get up underneath that truck. That bull was slamming the side of that truck, bringing it up some. I'm like, dang. It wasn't long before that bull got sold. He sent it somewhere. Y'all understand. And he had one before that, though, when I was a kid. Preteen just coming into my teens. Me and my neighbor's son was out there, and he told me about it. He said, "We got to watch out with that bull. It's a mean one." All right. We got all the way to the back of the pasture. We didn't see no sign of that bull. All right, we good. Well, about that time, caught something out the corner of my eye and looked over, and over in the pasture next to us, good ways away now, mind you, there was that bull. He saw us about the time I saw him, and here he comes. Now, folks, that's a 25-acre pasture. It goes a long ways back. Now, I know that's small to some of y'all and everything, but still, when you're that young and you got that short of legs, that's kind of distance, it's a long ways away when there's a mean old bull coming for you. So here we went running. Now, up here at the road, at the, where the pasture ends, where we was going to be coming out, it wasn't just a matter of the fence being there. It went up a couple of feet to meet the road. And then you had the fence. Yeah, things getting more problematic as we go. We come running down there, run by the pond that's down there, just to getting it. I got up there. I was on the road looking back at my friends and run! He's right there, run! I don't remember climbing the fence. I jumped that fence in one hurdle. Christine, yes, ma'am. And we had a lot more than 100 yards to go. So, in essence, we outrun a bull. My friend just barely made it. When he got up over that fence, that bull was coming in and just looking at us. You farmers out there know what I'm talking about. Y'all seen that situation before. I ain't telling you nothing, but y'all know what I'm saying. Me and my buddy, we looking at each other like, that we're close. And it was closer for him than it was for me. He wound up being 6'4", and me just 5'4", and he had these big old long legs, and I outran him. Up there, Kane hadn't had. Oh, I wouldn't have liked that.
Piggy found out he had 10-foot legs, but he was running that bull.
I had a supercharger kicked in, and here I went. My friend was looking at me awful funny because I outran him. Him and them big old long legs. My legs are $10 howdy. My legs are exactly 2 foot from the inseam to the ankle. So y'all imagine what that looked like. Yeah, Christine supercharger. Not as good as that one Johnny's got on that GTO, but it did the job. So anyway, this little portion right here is just my hats off to all you truckers, farmers, hunters, fishermen that are out there trying to do what needs to be done.
All right, River Rat. You have a good evening, honey.
See you, River Rat. And, trying your hardest to add to the good and do what's right. That's not for that bull, Christine. I don't know, but I think that bull wanted to add stripes to me. And that other one that my neighbor told me about hitting that truck like that, it just I already knew that them things are pretty strong and all like that, but it still never ceases to amaze you at just how much power is in those bulls. So those folks get out there bull riding, y'all freaking nuts. I wouldn't do that. There's a lot of things I wouldn't do, but that's one of them. Christine,
Hey, that I saw in that video the other day of that bull, was a little short they got out.
yeah,
That's
he was
a
rocking
golden.
that tractor with that hay bale on there.
Now this is one they had the little the calf basically standing beside.
Oh yeah, I commented on that. I hope I wasn't being too out of the way with that, Christine. I noticed that was, and another one was taken down. So I hope my comment wasn't being too out of turn. Oh no, you wouldn't mess with them. You be good one. You got a good one. That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I commented on that one. I'm glad to know that the human males weren't the only species had a problems with that. Poor little old boy was trying to get him some milk. Mama cow said, "Nope, not over here, boy."
No, this was a different one. This one had a bull standing at the was eating, and there was a calf standing beside it, and there was a song playing. About, I think it's like, that's my dad or that's my dad, whichever one it was.
I must not have seen that one yet.
Yeah, I just thought that was something because that bull beautiful.
Yeah, he's big too, real big.
That was a beautiful bull. I can appreciate the beauty of the animals without having to get the pen with them. He had to take a sip of coffee, yeah.
Yeah, I'm making me a second cup. I got up real late today, and we laid down taking a nap. We've just had a lazy, tired day. But yeah, I was saying that. But you know, all that said, that makes this being donated to me all the more near and dear. I'll just say it that way. You know, uh, doing all they do to help things out as well as themselves. And I'll tell you, thank you, Miss Christine. But I'm gonna tell you something about folks like Johnny and Christine and Peach and Tish. They're the type of people who will follow the word exactly like it says when it comes to being giving. And they don't let their left hand know what their right hand is doing. They do things to help people. They don't talk about it. They do things to help people and don't say a word about it. They don't sit there and toot their own horn about what they've just done. They do it and go on in anonymity. And that's how it's supposed to be done. And and I know it. I see it in them. I can see it by how they act at different times. You know, and Abbott, you do more than you think with the fishing and the cooking and all that, and trying to help others in different ways. You have your ways. I dare say I ain't got a person on here that doesn't have something they do. If then, Linda, if then, yeah, we've got a couple of things. Good answer, Christine. Good answer. God guides our path. God lays something on your heart. You do it. You know, we've got a couple of situations like that under our belt. And the blessings we got for that obedience was mind blowing. All right, Evan, you go get ready. And but I dare say I ain't got a person on here that isn't like that in some way, because God has a place for each of us, a thing to do for each of us. So, you know, we've been there, done that. Mama Bear! Well, I'm glad you come by and say hi. You have a good time where you at.
That's probably nice.
And don't do nothing I wouldn't do.
Yeah, Christine, it is a great community. It really is. We've been blessed in the time we've been on YouTube to have been a part of several different communities, and it's all the YouTube community.
Yeah. Yeah, we've been in the fishing community, the homesteading community, the miscellaneous community, the yarn community. Uh, you know, so many good people.
Yeah, not our that I can see that would be hard. I know.
It would be hard, but you know what? For all he's going through, I admire that man.
Oh, I do.
I have the utmost respect for him. I mean, he's doing it the way I would do it, because you get to a point there ain't nothing they can do for you know how. You just suffer it out. And Scott is the epitome of a Marine. You know,
Wonderful lady
she is. Scott's attitude is what I love. Is what I love most, and that's what makes it the epitome of a Marine. You know, this is the facts of life. This is what I got to deal with. And here we go. You know, uh, but I do. I have the utmost admiration and respect for Scott, like no other. Yeah, because he is the epitome of a Marine, a warrior. But Linda, yes, ma'am. That's good, Donar. I'm glad to hear that. Yeah, but yeah, I can tell that about folks like Pooch and Tish, and Johnny and Christine. You know, they God's word says, "Worship me in secret, and I shall bless you openly." Well, they do that, and
Nana and Dale.
Nana and Dale. Oh yeah, they're coming up real good with it. Dale has a strong foundation, and he's a wonderful teacher of a strong foundation. You know, like I told my video recently, we each have our part. You know, and Ginger, when we was at Biggins, we were gonna pray over our food before we got started. That was guidance I needed. So we all have our part. And but when Johnny said that God laid it on his heart, I couldn't argue with that. So I know what that's like. I, I've had God lay things on my heart, and I wasn't going to disobey. And it was something last year. One of them wanted to do. I tried my darndest to get out of it. It was Pooch, he was going to do something. I tried my best to get out of it. And folks, there's only one thing in the world that will make me quit fighting that. Well, I'll tell you, God laid it on my heart. Or don't rob me of my blessing. I want to be a blessing so I can get a blessing. I've used that on one of her uncles once. Johnny!
Hey, Johnny, welcome in.
And the blessings we got off of that was huge. Uh, so, you know, when God laid it on my heart was said, I done find it. Pooch told me, don't rob me of my blessing, more or less. He didn't say it exactly that way, but when he said that, you know, I was done fighting. It was like, all right, you wouldn't use the only thing in the world that's going to make me succumb and acquiesce, and all that. Johnny, I don't know if you've been listening prior to getting in there, but I suppose you already know I've been talking about you.
Johnny Small Pepper?
Oh, he ain't in there. Okay, I thought I saw Johnny Gillum too. I guess not. Well, wrong Johnny. Sorry about that, Johnny. I just
So
saw
we
him.
love you.
Yeah.
Hey, Linda Okie, welcome in.
No, Johnny, it wasn't you. I saw Johnny. I thought I was seeing another Johnny. I thought I saw him in here too. But so it's a different Johnny.
We got two Johnnies and two Christines.
I loved your video about the aftermath today, though. That was a good video. Uh, hate that you got a little sick off it, but uh, you made the challenge and it was done.
Those of you who don't know what Piggy's talking about, Johnny Small Pepper on New Year's Day ate, I know it was 6 of the gummy bear challenges, the hot and spot, the red hot gummy bear challenges. I think it was 9 million Scoville
9 million,
per gummy bear.
and he ate all 6 of them.
He ate 6 of them.
That was the challenge. He did it. Folks, I'm gonna tell you what, that man can eat peppers and hot stuff. No, I couldn't do it. Not even going. There's Johnny at Gillum Farms.
Hey, Johnny.
Gillum Farms, his ears been burning. I've been talking about you. You see what hat I'm wearing, right? Just so you know, I'm representing, and I've talked about how I got it. What did you say?
All good stuff.
Well, you might just have to ask Christine, or you might have to watch the first shoot
30 minutes.
first
Hey, Mr. Joy.
first 30 minutes of this thing.
We love you, Mr. Scott.
Big sis. Love y'all. I saw that triple chocolate stuff that Cole was making. It sure sounded and looked good, but I'd have to sit back and watch y'all enjoy that. But it sure looked good. So, but now Johnny at Gilbert Farms, I've been talking about farmers and truckers and fishermen and hunters and just in total appreciation of all that y'all do. Because I know for a fact, having done parts of it on the periphery, that's freaking hard work, especially in wintertime. So just talking about all that, and being able to tell what kind of people y'all are. Yeah. Folks like you and Christine, Pooch and Tish, and others, y'all the type to give, not talk about it. Y'all type to help folks out and not talk about it. You do exactly what the Bible says do on that. You do without taking your own horn. And those are indicators of truly humble people. and not so much humble before man, but humble before God, doing what God says to do and how to do it. And that's what y'all do. Y'all are just that type of people. Y'all will give in a situation or help out in a situation that you know of without saying you did it or telling folks you did it. Linda, Johnny is a farmer.
Mm-hmm. He's a farmer that counts.
Oh, okay. Now I get it. Been a little slow here, but Johnny, no, thank you, because that ain't easy. But anywho, I just talk a lot about that, and now I got this hat, and those things are things that make me appreciate all the more how I got this hat. So exactly, Johnny Small Pepper, and that's what they do. It's for other people to pick up on it and point it out, if even then. So I'm talking about it because I see it in them. These are the type of good people they are. Johnny, you're one of them too. That's why I say I don't think I've got a person on here or that follows me or knows about me that isn't that kind of person in one way or another.
God blessed us by putting us around people that are amazing.
By putting us around other godly people.
Mm-hmm.
And that's great help. Yeah, so, yeah. TJ hosted, howdy.
Hey, Ted and Jessica. Congratulations on baby Sophie. Sophia. She's adorable.
Johnny, is that right? Don R says you're a grumpy old man. And I can imagine you could be if somebody comes at you, Rob. Be real quick, tell them what the truth is, huh? Something like that comes up. I hope I'm not around because I don't want to see that. Because you're, Johnny Small Pepper, you're the type of man. You can tell somebody the facts of life in a very nice and polite way and make them like it. And that would just be all kinds of ugly. Ah, even better. The idiots don't get my time. Coachable people do.
I like that term, coachable. I like that.
That's me. I like to encourage the good. I like to find and see the good and encourage it. Like Nanny Town, she's gonna do her first video at the end of this month on cooking stuff. You know, I worked on her a little bit. Yeah. I might get a different one. This one get a little raggedy. But not ready to do that. This is part of the persona, part of the character. It just, I might scare y'all if I took it off.
I am too, Christine. I'm looking forward to it.
He should get a piggy one.
Well,
Well, this
they,
is a piggy one. It's a guinea pig one.
yeah, it's a guinea pig.
Yeah, that's what we built this thing off of. It's just everybody, thanks to Avid, it become piggy, which also fits because I'm a piggy. I like to eat.
There we go.
Piggy would knows it all. As long as it ain't my hams. I'd agree with you, Linda, as long as it ain't my hams.
Yeah, I have to tell you, I saw that last night and forgot. I got a good deal at the grocery store. I was wanting pork roast. I'm doing it for one of my uh, signature dishes. I'm going to do a pork roast. And I couldn't find just a pork roast. So Piggy and I got to looking. He found me a big pack of pork roast. I mean, huge pack of pork roast. It was right at almost $16. I got it home, got it separated. There were 4 pork roasts in that thing, averaging anywhere from a little over a pound to over 2 pounds because all 4 of them had different weights. I had 2 of them that were over 2 pounds and 2 that were a little over 1 pound each. I thought that's pretty darn good because I wound up with close to 8 pounds of pork roast for almost $15 and something because it's $1 something a pound. I thought that's pretty good.
Johnny, that's exactly right. Like Derek Fowler, 1973. He had one or two other people trying to encourage him to do a video. I'd got to talking to him about it. Somebody's live. I just put it out to him. I told him, I said, if you brave enough and dare to make one, I said, I'm brave enough to watch it. And he did, and I gave him a couple of tips. He done another one, and he kept getting better, getting better. He's getting pretty good. And he's getting involved with the community, collaborations, all sorts of stuff, everything. I mean, he's just really running with it. You know, Nanny Tam, I'm sure, can do the same thing. You know, like Derek, I know more about Derek than I do Nanny Tam because I hadn't even seen Nanny Tam. I guess I will maybe when she does her videos. But, you know, it's like it was laid on Elaine's heart. But, well, you do it anyway.
All
And she
right, Donna,
does.
you take care too, hon.
Take care, Don Art. Yeah, you do it anyway. So, I mean, why not? And for Elaine, she's got a little help with me because I do stuff in the background. But yes, ma'am, definitely, definitely. That's what I say about people are quick to speak, slow to think. If they're a little quicker to think and slower to speak. Like we got 2 of these and 1 of these. It might tell you something. Need to do this more than this. So that's exactly it. When you realize you often gain more from listening than hearing yourself talk. Yes, ma'am. It's like that one song from Kansas. You know, carry on my wayward son. If I tell you I'm a wise man, it surely means I don't know. I found that to often be the case. Somebody touting their horn that they a wise man. No, just means they don't know nothing. Like having that little rubber duck that squeaks, and it's squeaking all the time. It don't know nothing. It ain't saying nothing, but it's squeaking. Because something else is squeaking it. But I don't know where I was going to go with this. I'm talking about Johnny at Gillen Farms, farmers and all that. I'll tell y'all what. Again, I know I'm speaking to the choir, but you know, even more than yeah. Thank you, military. If you see them, had a lady do that the other night in the store. Apparently, she saw my hat and she said, "Sir." I'm looking around like, "Huh? Who?" And I saw this uh, handsome lady. She was older, I'd say 50s, 60s, and everything. She's driving a Lexus. She got a little bit, but she was dressed nice and presented nice, all like that. You right, Johnny Small Pepper. That's exactly right. But she told me, she said, "Thank you." It took me a minute. Oh, so I told her, I said, "It was an honor and a pleasure." And she told me about her dad, who was in World War I or World War II, and everything what he did in there. So I gave her a salute for her daddy. Right, Johnny Small Pepper. That's so right. We was at a Mexican restaurant, and they had this new waiter in there, and he was loud and giving others directions. He hadn't been there long, obviously, and he was telling the big man, the owner, how this should be and how that should be, and this, that, and everything, and all like that. You know, I think he said he'd only been there a couple of 3 days, and he was training another little guy in there, but he was the loudest one in there. They lost a lot of business. They got rid of him, and they worked on some things and got better. But that's a perfect example of that. You know, yeah, me, I want to hear some stuff from that old crinkled up woman or man sitting around in the corner just looking around, taking things in. I want to hear some of the stuff they got to say because 9 times out of 10, they got some pearls of wisdom that'll take you far. You know, I got plenty of you on here too. Linda, Miss Joy, Christine, yeah, a lot of you. Yeah, I would sit and listen to in a heartbeat because there's a lot of wisdom there. You know, Miss Linda's lived a life that will boggle your mind. Learn a lot there, people. Miss Joy, that's a wise woman.
She's experienced a lot in life that made her wise.
She is a very wise woman. And yeah, that's not taking anything away from anybody else because there's a lot of you got wisdom in ways that I don't know about. And I learn things from. You know, that goes what Joy said about listening more than speaking. And that's just how it is. But just in the chat here alone, been a couple of things said that are just yes, Miss Joy, you certainly have been around the block and more than just one block. You've been around a few blocks a few times. That's why when somebody faces you and you try to tell them something good, they better listen. Linda, I don't want to know about all the blocks you've been around, huh? My mind ain't got room for it. That's right, Johnny Small Pepper. Joy is a treasure of wisdom. She really is. But like I said, even in the chat, things being said that are wisdom because they're true. And there's a lot of people out there that need to read those because it's true. That's just how I see it. Yep. Little your mind is stuff enough for 20 people. Yeah, Johnny, people do know the wise people. There's some people don't like wise people because what they say goes contrary to how they want to live a fantasy life. They don't want to know the truth. Johnny, you remind me of that one saying, uh, I can't remember exactly how it goes. Basically, it's about uh, wise and intelligent people are annoyed, or those who do know things are annoyed by those who think they know it all. Something like that. You may know what I'm referring to. At home again, howdy.
Hi, Jim, welcome in.
Glad to see you. You come to hear the piggy ramble on?
Maybe. No, it never fails. I have to get up. I have to move cats or dogs. I sit down. I get cats and dogs up my lap. Never fails.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because she's the mama and they like her lap. Yeah, you do. It's just full.
All right, get up here.
Oh, me. Well, what can I talk about now, folks? I'm going to cut this off either 15 minutes or 30 minutes. There you go, Joy. Exactly right. I know some of what you're talking about on that. I've had a lot of people. I've been talking about my appreciation for farmers and hunters and fishermen and truckers and all like that, and the humility of some in their belief and service of God. And about this hat and how I got it and how much it's even more appreciated because of how it came to be here to me.
And Peterson probably cheaper than it is here.
Right. But I've been talking about stuff like that, and we've been talking about wisdom, and I like Joyce talking about exactly the sanctified and holier and thou don't care for simple truth.
Oh yeah, we know that for a fact.
Joy, everything Chinese is overrated, but we're overrun with it.
Yeah. Drinking that coffee again.
Yeah, it's not too cold to drink. Ain't much left anyway.
Yep.
Yes, sir. And like Joy pointed out, and you pointed out, stopping to listen to somebody that knows what they're talking about, bring up some stuff to help make your life easier. You know, I used to have a lot of people think I was a know-it-all because I knew a lot. But there's one thing different about me and I know it all. You tell me something and I can see I'm wrong, I'll stand corrected. If you can show me something and show me I'm wrong, I'll stand corrected. Why? Because I'd rather be able to move on than to sit there and keep spinning my wheels in the mud.
Mm-hmm.
Joy said, I got a blender that crushes ice and makes cashew butter.
That sounds like a nice blender up there now.
Cashew butter sounds good.
Mm-hmm.
Crushed ice be good too. We're gonna eventually get us an ice maker that takes and makes it and crushes it, and we can get it, and I don't never have to dump it. But we're doing better than we used to. We got those couple of ice makers in there. We need ice. We get them going. We make our ice. We got ice. That's a lot better than my ice trays. That's just a step on the ladder towards something better next time.
Yeah, we go through the ice around here. I don't use as much during the winter time as I do in the summertime. During the summertime, it's hard for us to keep ice.
Yep. Which is why I'm thankful for those ice makers.
Mm-hmm.
But one day we will have us one that will make it and crush it, and I won't have to dump it.
Yes.
Oh, cool.
Piggy has 2 actual jobs around here. We'll share everything else. I'll even do one of his. Well, I'll do both of his. One is washing dishes. That's his job. And the other one is taking care of the ice.
Well, 3 because I take care of the filming and everything behind the scenes.
Yeah.
Which includes washing dishes.
Like I said, I will help wash dishes and I will dump the ice and get it started and stuff like that. But those are Piggy's jobs. Piggy don't try to cut in on my cooking and I don't try to cut in on his job.
Oh, I wouldn't dare. That'd be like trying to help a top-notch mechanic fix my car. Ain't gonna work out too well.
Now I will say if I don't feel good and I'm hungry, Piggy will fix me about to eat, fix him about to eat, whether it be a little sandwich or whether he opens up a can of soup or something like that. But he don't get into the cooking.
No. I might give her suggestions and give her my thoughts on this or that, and she'll consider it. And if it's plausible, she might incorporate it. But usually,
Well, Miss Linda, I can recommend was the Costway.
yeah, it's pretty good.
That's the first one that we got, and then we got the Igloo, and it just isn't as good as the Costway. I like the Costway.
Yeah, we got the Causeway one because the igloo had messed up. I tore it apart. And
No, it was the Costway that got messed up. That's why we got the Igloo. It was the Costway is the very first one that we got now. And then we got the Igloo, thinking it would be better because it produces more ice.
Because it's igloo.
Yeah.
But it don't produce more ice than the Causeway. Yeah, the Causeway one that we got, Johnny, is it does real good. It outproduces that igloo all day long.
Mm-hmm. You can't hardly cut that Igloo off sometimes.
Yeah.
This is the thing.
But that Causeway is easy to turn on, easy to turn off, holds more in the reservoir, holds more ice in the basket. I mean, it's just better than the igloo all the way around.
Yeah. And it also depends if you want bullet ice or if you want like the Sonic ice or whatever you want. Depends on what kind you get.
Yeah.
Miss Joy, I did tell you, and then all mine started breaking. And I wanted those, like my mama had, where you pull them up and it break the metal ones that you pull and break. So I bought 8 of those. They worked for a while until they didn't.
Until the metal wore out and they bent and couldn't hardly get it out. So we got us an ice machine. We've been going with it ever since.
Yeah, we've had it now for about 2 years, 2.5 years.
I guess. I don't want to go back to ice trays. I'll tell you that.
Oh no. No.
But I'd like to have us one of the refrigerators. Got that freezer down at the bottom. You got an ice maker up top. It's got an ice maker down the bottom. And you get a little bit from the top. That's for feeding ice, crushed ice, little thing you do there in the door of it. Then you got one down at the bottom. It's a big old basket, big old thing. And fill that up, you got plenty of ice.
I don't know if it's me or if it's the light up here going dim every now and then, but I can see it on the computer screen.
It's the electrical in this place. Something turns on or kicks off, it'll affect the current and all that. Linda, that's another reason why we didn't want to use those no more. They were cold on your fingers.
Mm-hmm. You don't want to have a little bit of water on your fingers using that metal, so it'll so much sticky to them.
Yep. Yeah, it's the electrical in this house, my dude. Old house, extremely old electrical wired. One thing, if the refrigerator kicks in, it'll dim the lights.
Mm-hmm.
So, just part of it. One of these days, we may hopefully resolve that situation. Don't know when or how or whatever, but God's got something down the road for us.
Most definitely.
I'm just waiting on His time to coincide with our time. Well, of course, they don't make them sturdy no more. Ain't no money in that. They got all sorts of warranties and guarantees and other things where, it gives more people more things to do because they didn't make it sturdy to begin with. And it's flaws that are actually designed into the machinery. Just like cars, they design flaws into them. Trust me, folks, if you know the math, you can see that they could do it. They'll know how long something will last, how long it won't. So they design it to where things start going out. Yeah, they were made a bit better then.
Oh yeah.
And even those weren't as good as what was made before that.
I think I'd love to have one like my granny had. She had an old ringer washer. Yeah, it takes work. You have to stand there with it to wring them out and do everything you got to do with them. But those were nice washers.
Yeah, by the time it got through that ringer, what it like being dry wasn't much.
Mm-hmm.
You darn sure didn't want to get your finger in between there.
Oh no, I never got an arm caught with one.
It's gonna break something.
Those are nice washers. You can get find one. You got a good one, that's for sure.
Yeah, Linda, they do. But see, if they made them to last, then they wouldn't sell as many.
I'm like I really want to sell them anyway because we got ours a few years ago. I had ordered one from Whirlpool and had got approved for the credit line to pay for it, and I never heard no problem. Finally got a hold of them after about 4 weeks.
Yeah.
And talked to somebody, and well, it may be 6 months to a year before we get it out to you.
But they wanted us to go ahead and pay for it up front.
Yeah, they would just go ahead and pay for it. And I said, no. I said, you'll get the money when I know that I have the
Refrigerator on the way.
And now, well, we can't guarantee when you'll get your refrigerator. I said, well, I can guarantee you ain't gonna get no payment. So I made them cancel out the test payment to see if I had the money on the account to pay it, and contacted the credit company that I was going to get it through. And I told them, listen, I said, they told me it may be up to a year before I can get this refrigerator. And I need one now.
It wound up being left up to the credit company when it's going through to get that little bit we'd already paid back away from the company when it's going to go through. And so we can wait on something else. So we wound up getting it from Lowe's.
Yeah. Stimulus check. We got it from Lowe's. Yeah, Miss Joy, wringer washers were way better than scrub boards and washboards.
Yep.
And hand washers. My granny loved her wringer washer.
I bet she did.
Every Saturday morning was wash day.
I guarantee she knew all about that washboard and wash tub.
Yep. All of them did. Because Mom and them
I can just look at that setup and know that wringer washer was a lot better.
Yeah, it's funny. My aunts would bring their clothes and linens and stuff up. Wash day was an always thing at our house because, like I said, it was Mom and Granny, my Aunt Lois, my Aunt Ruthie, my Aunt Shirley. You know, they all did washing and hung it out. It was like, but they had different little sections they washed at or did stuff at. They separated the whites and the colors and the towels and the sheets on. So they had different piles to work on. And each one was responsible for one thing, and Mama was responsible for hanging them outside on the line. And they put us kids in there in front of that little big black and white TV to watch cartoons, eat a bowl of cereal, and then told us to get outside after we got done.
To either get outside and play or get involved with helping the work.
Mm-hmm. I just said go outside and play, thank you. I had a swing set.
Right.
That was fine.
Right. That's the way it was. I know nothing about that, Linda. The wringer washer was great for clothes, but when you had cucumbers to scrub and fill it up with cukes and turn it on fast, that was great.
I have no idea about that.
I don't either. I ain't never heard about that.
You didn't put nothing in my granny's washer but clothes and water and all temperature cheers.
Linda, I bet you were a mischievous thing. I just got that feeling. But you were real mischievous. And you haven't changed.
I'm gonna go in the kitchen and get stuff put up so I can get started on get everything out for my video here.
What would, well, I guess better not discuss that now.
Well, I can talk about it. It's gonna be smothered hamburger steak.
Oh, that supper?
Yeah, that's what we're having for supper, and that's what the video is.
Cool things. Oh, I ain't hard to please. Wow, that's a lot of pickles. Ooh, what'd she do to tick you off? Joy said, I put my sister's braid in the wringer once. Did you get your butt whooped for that? Did your sister have any hair left after that? I'd hate to know what she did to make you mad. But that was a sight. I bet she was screaming a lot too. Well, folks, things seem to be slowing down. I ain't got nothing hitting my head. And she getting in there getting ready to do a video. We got about 25 minutes until Dale at 9 Acres does his devotional. So I think I'm going to tell y'all all good night. And we'll do this again next week. Piggy loves you.